we going to open one of these things and have somebody show? Oh, there's one already.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Today we're going to announce a special project at our Police Foundation, and one of our actually volunteers, significant person who played a huge role in our department, actually are contributing towards bringing trauma kits to our police department. And our Police Foundation is here, and I'd like to have them all please come forward. Come on up here. Join me up here. Mike, if you want to come up. Mike is the president of the Police Foundation, and I know he wants to say a few words. Mary, could you and our volunteers come on up? As you know, the Police Foundation was formed a number of years ago to try to help raise money to be able to help law enforcement here in the city of Sarasota. And between the combination of the group of individuals here and a number of generous people, they were able to raise enough money to buy trauma kits for our police officers. These are the trauma kits. Every one of our officers will receive training on how to use the pieces of equipment that are in these trauma kits. The trauma kits are being used for two main reasons. One, to help save citizens in case of an active shooter situation or any type of a shooting or incident where there's an injury, which could use the items that are in this trauma kit, and also to save the lives of a fellow police officer in case they're injured in the line of duty. There's a tourniquet inside of here, there's a clotting agent, and there's also a gauze strip to help put on top of any type of injuries. We would not have been able to get these without the generosity of the individuals that you see before you right now. And I'm going to ask a couple of people to come up and say a few words. Mike, would you mind saying a few words and introducing the rest of the Police Foundation?
My name is Michael Evanoff, president of the Sarasota Police Foundation. We started this a couple years ago. One of the main goals that we first started to discuss was trauma kits, and we thought it would be a great idea to try to bring trauma kits to the Sarasota Police Department. And today's a great day because this has come forward with the help of Mary, and we want to say thank you to her and for what her husband did in volunteering to the police department. Just so you know, the Sarasota Police Foundation, we've been going for about 2 years. We've got a great board here. Matt McHugh, Daniel Kennedy, Steve Long, Christine Goodall, Sarah McCray.
Duke Sybil.
Yeah.
Rob Blitzel.
Thank you. We're a board. We are 100% volunteer, and we try to work with the community on raising private funds so we can do things like this for the police department, and also show that we want to work with the police department, with the chief, and try to do new things and listen to what the police need and what the police department needs that maybe they don't have money to raise or they don't have any money in their funds. So we try to help with that. And moving forward with the great board and the community's help, I think we can really be an impact and help out.
I tell you, on behalf of the men and women of the Sarasota Police Department, we thank you very, very much for your support. This is going to be something that's going to save lives and help with both officer injuries and citizens' injuries. And I'd like Mary to come up. Those who know Noah, her husband, who passed away, was a volunteer for our police department and worked with these two fine gentlemen over the years, and they were the Three Musketeers, the Three Amigos. I call them the Three Musketeers because they all band together, they all work towards good, and they were very dear friends. And Mary has been very generous in helping, and this is one of the things that she wanted to help with too. So Mary, if you wouldn't mind saying a few words.
Well, I'm just really happy that somebody steered me in the direction of Sarasota Police Foundation, and we're able to do a lot of good for a lot of people. in memory of my husband and for the good of the community.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you. So we'll take questions.
How will, I understand from the press release that officers will be trained in how to use this. I mean, can you talk a little bit about that and what situations would they use these trauma kits?
Sure. Now, these, the trauma kits, they'll receive training on how to utilize these because there's a tourniquet inside of it, and we want to make sure the officers receive medical training to know what the appropriate use is for it. It is kind of common sense, but we want to make sure that they know what they're doing. And the purpose for these would be for in case there's a situation where someone is injured, especially in a situation where there's a shooting, an active shooter type of situation, or an officer involved shooting where an officer had to shoot someone. Our officers will be able to then apply these pieces of equipment to try to help the individual that's been shot, or help citizens that have been shot in an active shooter situation, or to help a fellow police officer that may have been shot during one of these type of confrontations. But it'll be for any type of a medical emergency where there's excessive bleeding, and this will be able to help stop that.
Is it a way to save time when paramedics, I mean, it sounds like they, since they're there first probably, they could help save lives.
Well, and absolutely, it's our officers are going to be probably the first people on the scene, especially if it's an active shooter type of situation. And they're going to be able to have this in their duty pocket, carrying with them all the time, and be able to utilize it. So we hope that this is going to save lives. And of course, we partner with our paramedics. They're wonderful and do a lot of great work. But usually if there's an ongoing situation, they can't come into that hot zone. So our officers will have the equipment they need to be able to handle situations in there and render aid, which is one of the priorities of our jobs and our responsibility, is to be able to help citizens and also help our fellow police officers if they're injured.
How valuable are they at volunteering that?
Oh, I have to tell you, our volunteers are amazing, and I can't thank them enough. They give and donate so many hours to allow our police officers to do other law enforcement things, their roles and responsibilities. They do things from directing traffic at parades, to writing parking tickets, to looking for suspended tags. They do a lot. Handicap, I've ridden with some of the guys, and they're going out looking to make sure people are parked legally in handicap spots. They do so much for our organization. We have over 68 volunteers, and they're an invaluable partner to our department. And I always am amazed that there are individuals that are willing to work every day putting this uniform on to represent the Sarasota Police Department and giving back, and they're happy to do it, and I'm so proud of them, and very proud of Noah and his memory, and he continues to give, and that's, I think, an amazing thing too. So, and I always say I double their salary, triple their salary. I guess I'm up to 10 times. I'm 10 times in their salary. I'm sure the city manager will be fine with that. And I'm also proud of the Police Foundation. Many of you know, we got a little bit of a rocky start, and because I don't think everybody understood what the Police Foundation was about. But the men and women that are before you right here stuck with it, came through, and have been huge supporters of our police department in many ways, from providing lunches to pieces of equipment like this, which is going to change and save people's lives. It makes a huge difference, and I thank you so much for your support and for your willingness to, because you're also volunteers, to help make our police department and our city a better place. There's no greater partner. So partnership policing right in front of you right now. I thank them very much.
Any other questions?
Good. Thank you all so much for being here. If you have any questions or want to talk to any of the members, please feel free.